Oh, there we are. Hello, Penumbuddies. This one's
Hi,
a doozy.
Penumbuddies. So first of all, sorry this one's coming to you a little bit late. I was actually in the hospital when it dropped. I had surgery, and I started listening right at 9 when it dropped for patrons, and no less than 6 medical professionals came in and made me pause it during its 40-minute runtime.
No.
It was terrible.
Oh, that's awful. Oh my God. What a listening experience. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm feeling good, y'all.
I had a funny thing. Well, I guess it wasn't funny, but on the same day that the episode came out, I did like I started experiencing chest pain. Like
Okay, that's scary.
I know, like bad chest pain. And on the second day of that, I think might have been the third, I was like, okay, fine. And so I was also hospitalized.
Hey.
I was like, this is so funny. Buddy and I are, we're just dealing with it. But I was fine. It was absolutely nothing. It was just a bad reaction to a medication. So Rab is Rab is not well, Buddy will be okay too.
That's
So
true.
it's all gonna be
But it's
fine.
more important that Rab is okay.
Well, and Luna's okay too, I think. So we're all gonna
Recovering, y'all.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
major surgery.
Oh man.
Uh, what the fuck? The heart
Yeah.
of it all. The heart of it all.
Where do we even begin? I guess with like Buddy and like her like inner like the real Buddy.
Is there a real buddy?
Yeah, does but Buddy doesn't understand herself. She was pretty clear about that.
Yeah. Just like zooming out a little bit. I think I've said before that these last episodes where everything is kind of synthesized could kind of make and break the season for me.
Hmm.
Because this hasn't been my favorite season so far. I don't think the vignette structure works very well in this particular instance.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm loving this. This is feeling this. I say this every time, but I'm really feeling like this is pulling together a lot of threads from the season, and I want to talk in a little bit about how this really makes Vespa's storyline make more sense to me.
Ooh, I want to know
Yeah,
about that. Yeah.
I mean we can go straight to that if you want.
Yeah, let's do it. What does
Oh,
it say
okay.
about Vespa?
So Vespa's big journey was to like trust people who aren't Buddy and to rely on her own intuition and make the calls that she can make and deal with everything else. And I was just so curious as to why Buddy didn't figure in that journey in Shadows on the Ship.
Ah.
She was barely present. She barely spoke to Vespa. And it seems like if you're going from a place where you're trying to expand the ring of people who anchor you, you want to start with the person who does already. And I thought that Shadows on the Ship lacked a little depth because of that. Um, but Buddy's being a lying liar pants who's not
Yeah.
communicating with her wife.
So that means like that makes sense that she wasn't really part of that because she couldn't have been.
That and there wasn't a resolution to Vespa trusting people because there wasn't a because someone was lying to her. Someone
Yeah,
is lying to her. She's
that
right.
does. Oh shit, that makes so much more sense. Because I think we talked about after Shadows of the Ship, like, huh? Because there had been a pattern up until then. Like, Peter learns a lesson, Jet learns a lesson, and then Vespa was like, she did learn. She had an arc, but there wasn't a like, yeah, I don't know, as much of a I don't know, conclusion there. Like, yeah, Jet and Peter had a long way to go, but there was kind of I don't know, a sense for me that they were like, yeah, they were really set on the path. But for Vespa, I was like, this has been a lot. Like, she's
Yeah.
got, yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. That yeah, she couldn't be there, and also I like that. the way that you mentioned that Vespa had to engage with everybody else, and Buddy seems to specifically, well, no, she needs to engage with everybody too. I was gonna say she needs to, talk to her wife more, but also she needs to talk to everybody else.
But
So
specifically her wife.
yeah, other than Jet, like she's got Jet, and then she needs to, yeah, expand.
Do you want to just hop from there to the sweet, sweet Buddy Jet content we got?
Oh, that was lovely. I did not expect that, and I was delighted by that and the message of that.
I don't know. I found it like weirdly reassuring that like okay, so Penumbuddies, I'm 23 and I've been in a relationship with my partner since I was 18. Um, and the idea that like there are some things that it's going to be hard to trust your partner with because you accidentally hurt each other because you were trying to figure stuff out for yourself and you're young and sometimes that
Yeah,
happens. I found that so comforting.
that
Um,
is.
it was I found yeah, it was helpful and like well, that's the thing. Like I always you kind of half believe Buddy through this episode. Like all the wisdom she gives herself and other people kind of sounds right until you like, you know, get a really good eye on it.
Yeah, I think she has. Maybe she's really thrown the wool over my eyes, but I still get the sense that she has learned some powerful lessons. If only from the way she talked to Juno in oh
Time
God,
gone by.
yes, Time Gone By. And I don't know that I think there's so much truth to I haven't lived long enough to really know, but I agree that that line is wonderful, and also I love the concept of like that it's okay to have
Mm-hmm.
scars and to not, and to let that be a part of a relationship rather than, oh, get over it, trust your partner forever, like Nureyev was kind of pushing Juno to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, it's all right, just trust me forever, it's fine. It's like, no, he can't. That's he'll
Just
work
not,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not what a relationship is. It's not just automatic trust. And we've talked about Peter and his deep-seated need for trust.
Yeah.
And we can talk more about that later, but I want to talk about Buddy first.
Yeah. Wow, buddy. Wow, buddy.
Talk to your wife.
Talk to your wife, please.
To your wife. And God, it was so sad, like Vespa being like, well, what are we gonna do with our retirement? And I think we should do this, and I'll be happy wherever you are. And Buddy being like, what? The oven's on. Ugh.
Yeah. Hold on. I forgot. Oh, that's a great way to put it. Oh, it's so sad. It's really like I keep, for some reason, Buddy, I love parallels. I think that's my problem. So my
Mm-hmm.
mind immediately goes there. So I'm just like, why is Buddy behaving like Juno from like season one? Like, what's up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Buddy, uh, girl, what you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
Sorry,
hasn't
I have some
she?
notes. Well,
Yeah.
yes, why hasn't she? So we've known since season two that Buddy has a cybernetic eye, and that's it. That's all we've known. We've known that she had radiation damage because of the eye, but we have not known anything about this stomach that only digests alcohol. And it's an engine? Is she a mechanism?
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
guess. I mean, all right, Mix fans, that's one for you. Um,
Cheers, lads.
yeah. Um, Truly a drunk space pirate. Uh, oh wait, that's an interesting question. Do you think Buddy is drunk?
Um, no.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I mean, I've met a lot of functional and non-functional alcoholics in my day.
Yeah.
I don't know. My money is on no for narrative reasons,
Yeah,
but the angst potential is high.
absolutely. That's something to consider. I loved thinking back on how Juno asked Buddy in Time Gone By, like, so how do you eat? And at the time I just thought it was funny that she just doesn't respond. I was like, haha, of course, yeah, yeah. And now I'm like, oh. she
Yeah, she was not about to respond to that.
yeah, she was not gonna let Juno Steel know that she has a some kind of
Combustion engine?
yeah, that she's oh my God.
Wow. And the heart. Okay. I feel like we need to discuss the logistics of the heart itself.
Yeah.
Um, so it's mechanical
Yeah.
and it will not respond to the cure mother.
Yeah.
It's electronic. The EMP can disrupt it. Um, and but Jet has tried several times to fix it using Hanataba's clinics unsuccessfully.
Yes.
I don't know. I just want to like get our facts in a row because
Yeah.
all of this seems very dire.
Yeah. There's something going on. I gotta you want to hear my crazy rab
Yes, yes,
conspiracy?
yes, yes. Always.
I just keep thinking about Ruby and her robotic sentience, and I'm like, who made the Ruby? Who has the ability to like, work with life, like consciousness and machine, and like pair those things together? Can we meet someone who can help Buddy? Like that's where my mind's going, but I'm like, that's pretty wild. So I don't know. Keeping my mind open.
No, I get that. I think that is a compelling thought. I guess I just worry like, do we have enough time left in the season to just meet somebody?
Yeah, how many? Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I don't want to meet anybody. I want like either the next season to deal with whoever made the Ruby or to have them be somebody we already know.
Okay. Well, my money is on Ruby being an alien. I've been convinced. Ruby tried to tell Jet she wasn't mechanical
Yeah, and he
during
was,
during the teenager speech.
oh, so what does that mean? What is she then? Well, an
I
alien.
Oh no, she's an alien.
Okay,
I don't
God.
know. She's an alien.
Wow.
I love her.
Who saved the crew? God damn it. What the hell? Ruby, what are Transformer?
I hope she gets as much eyeliner as she wants.
Yeah. Is there anything else here, or would you mind talking about the symbolism of having like literally a mechanical heart? That's because that's pretty wild, I think.
Ooh, I haven't thought much about the symbolism. I've been very wrapped up in the plot.
Yeah.
So please go for it with the symbolism.
Well, I've been full disclosure, listeners, I've spent the entire day. I haven't really eaten more than rice cakes. I've been scurrying around filming stuffed animals for a video all day. So I haven't had much time to prepare here. But I don't know, there's just something really compelling to me in the fact that she literally has a mechanical heart
Mm-hmm.
because like I mean you talk about the symbolism of hearts and whether or not you're human
Mm-hmm.
and like the fact that she doesn't have a, a human heart like makes sense that she would be struggling with I don't know, her loved ones and her family, and there's I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, just like purely on a symbolic level, like whatever you feel in your heart. It's it's it seems like Buddy really sidesteps anything that is supposed to hit emotionally deep.
Yeah,
It seems like even in her own mind she steps around it.
yeah, yeah.
She which is so Nureyev. Oh, we got to talk parallels there.
Oh,
But
I'm so
symbolism,
excited for that
symbolism.
discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, like I mean, she even confuses herself with her wordplay. And I think that's why she keeps Jet so close because Jet sees through all of it. Jet is like, no, but did you take your vitamins?
Yeah, they're such opposites. I love it that Jet just doesn't mince words, goes straight to the point. And then I loved the line about draping feathers. Like that's really what Buddy does. Like,
Oh
and I
yeah.
didn't realize that I mean, I assumed that there was something going on, but the fact that she even was going so far as to rehearse and look at her
Oh,
notes,
yeah.
like, like she's,
She's a showman. She does things that have, kind of glitz and glamour, and
yeah,
it scares her to let people see things that aren't that.
yeah, she keeps distancing and distancing and distancing. God, yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
for that parallel discussion.
Yes, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to touch on Jed and Buddy's relationship again for a second because
Yeah,
who mom's the mom friend?
good.
And also like it's a good I think it's a good modeling of boundaries when you know your boundaries can get a little iffy when you don't feel good.
Yeah.
It's Jet's she's like she's like, Jet, leave me alone. And Jet's like, you said I'm not allowed. So
Yeah, that's honestly inspiring to me. Like, oh, I can do that. I didn't realize that. Like, when I'm, in a good headspace, I can tell somebody what I want when I'm in a bad headspace. That's a cool idea.
yeah, even if bad headspace me is terrible. It
Yeah,
has
yeah,
terrible ideas.
yeah. Don't let me do this.
Yep.
So yeah, their relationship is so, God, like so symbiotic. I love just how they work off each other, how they benefit from each other's company. It's just really pure and wonderful. Love them.
I've seen some angsty headcanons about how Buddy has to keep so much alcohol around Jet, a recovering addict.
Oh yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, that's real hard.
Yeah. I'm also how that would affect Juno too, having that much alcohol around. It's not a great situation. I think we talked when Man in Glass dropped about how I think you and I were like waiting to see whether or not they would mention the alcohol situation on the ship. Like, is alcohol
Yeah.
banned on the ship? Is there like one it's like but it's apparently they just have endless amounts of alcohol.
Because that's all Buddy eats.
Yeah. Oh,
Oof.
that's talk about. I mean, it's almost heavy handed at that point that you have a character who literally can only drink alcohol. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know what that's saying, but I feel like it's saying it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And which is why I think it would be interesting for Buddy to be like a functional alcoholic and
Yeah.
have the alcohol like affect her brain.
Yeah.
Um, I think that, yeah, I don't know. I don't have like the full thought to go through with that. Um, yeah. Buddy thinks that the facts of her reality are embarrassing.
Oh.
She's had to share embarrassing things with Vespa, things that she looks down on herself for, like her eye and her combustion stomach.
Yeah. I love that we got that peek into her shame from Vespa's perspective when she talked
Mm-hmm.
about how, yeah, Buddy liked to cover her eye.
Yeah, yeah, but the in the line where she uses, that she has to share embarrassing things. It's to Jet about sharing things with Vespa,
Yeah.
and that's so sad. Like
Yeah.
Vespa's all like, I'm not good enough for Buddy, but Buddy's all like, Buddy also thinks like, she doesn't know who I really am.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, she hasn't seen my heart. Oh, cry. But
She hasn't seen my heart. Oh
oh.
God, she doesn't know my heart. Ah,
No.
symbolism. Terrible. Oh Lord.
Oh boy, it's just it's also, I don't know, that's a big mood, when like
Mhm.
to I mean, I don't know. No, I don't know what it's like to have a heart situation, but to, have a body that has its own difficulties and, you know, not wanting to like tell people you love about that, that's relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Like I have I have mobility aids that I occasionally use, and fuck if I use them the first time meeting people, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's really hard to feel like you're bearing that part of yourself, especially when you don't absolutely have to.
Yes. Yeah. I want to present as healthy, like, as often as I can. So it's like, I'm like, buddy, girl, I get you, fam, but you got to do it. You got to do it sometime. You've been with these people for a year.
Life.
This is your wife and your family. You just kind of gotta sometimes, because otherwise you will have an attack like this, and only Jet will know what the fuck is going on. That's not a good.
Otherwise, you allegedly start to die on Peter's bed, which is not a place anyone should do that.
That is like God. That, like, again, another thing that feels heavy-handed, even though I don't know what it's saying.
Right? Right? Definitely. I totally agree that seems really weirdly heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's just
I think Kevin has more time now,
yeah.
honestly, in the writing.
Yeah, you ever do that? Like sometimes you're writing something and you're like, "Oh, that's kind of over the top." And I love it. I'm keeping that.
Yes, I just wrote an Up the Wolves sequel and posted it last night, and I kept asking people, "Is this too much? Is this
Never.
too melodramatic?" And they're like, "Nah, dude, do
No.
it."
No, go for it. Everybody read Luna's fic, by the way. But yeah, I will link it in the description. But that's the thing is like that's total sidetrack that I just got a comment to say I love it when people commit to that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
make fun of it sometimes, but like I think that it doesn't really, as long as you commit to what you're writing, it can be as cheesy or as, because I used to want to like make every joke lampshade myself, you
Mm-hmm.
know, a lot in my writing. Like I would alleviate tension with like, haha, like meta commentary and stuff. And it's like, no, like, it's just believe in your story and like your readers will believe in it too. Don't like, shy away from having fun and being dramatic sometimes. Like go for that.
Yeah, I love I love reading drama. I love reading melodrama. All I
Yeah.
want is for people to dramatically talk about their feelings.
Yes. So like yeah, I don't want anybody listening to think I'm being like, "Oh, Kevin, you're being too over the top." It's like, "No, I love it. I do find it a little funny, but I do love it."
But I love it when this show goes over the top. And it
Yes,
has, and it will continue to do so.
which is a delight, and I look forward
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, cuz I don't want like subtlety when these characters finally face their feelings. Like I want them to really go into it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin had like uh let us never forget the dream in Promised Land. Like that was the most melodramatic shit and it's iconic and I love it.
It's amazing. Fucking amazing. Oh my god. And it was so needed. Like I needed a giant
It really
dose of
was.
dramatic narrative in that
Oh,
moment. If
oh
it had
man.
just been subtle, like he thinks he sees Peter and it's a shadow and then he wakes up, it would have been like, oh, come on. But like, no, they have like a kiss. They talk about birthdays. Juno gets pushed off a cliff. Like,
Nureyev is mean to him.
yes. Yeah, wow. Absolutely delightful.
I was thinking about that scene earlier today. Um, oh, I just want to say another thing about Buddy and Vespa. And if you have someone who's really struggling to discern what's reality and what's not, keeping something from them is a really good way to reinforce that paranoia, and really makes me disappointed in Buddy.
Yeah, that is honestly really, really awful. Like, like to be constantly worried that the people you love are, in danger or don't like you, and then to find out that, your partner could keep something as huge as them having a heart that could fail at any time from you.
Yeah.
God, you are so so right. So right. And that's so hard.
And Vespa knows something is up, and like I'm sure her brain is spinning things that are even worse. you know?
Oh.
Because that's what anxious brains do.
Gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're gonna have to come back to the ship and find her like that. And that's the absolute worst. Do not like that.
Can we talk about that though? Like, what do we like the structure of the heist and who will be carrying out the heist next episode? Because I think that's a really interesting and important question.
Yeah.
So, all right, Rita comes in, does her stuff with the book, and is left to the side.
Yes.
So Rita's out of the heist.
Yeah.
Jet does his thing, gets injured. Jet is out of the heist.
Yes.
So now we have Vespa. Now we have, and then Buddy, something happens. So she's out of the heist.
Yeah.
But someone is going to have to return to take care of Buddy.
Well, if Vespa returns, then that leaves Juno and Peter, which could create, I don't know what that could lead up to. Or it would be, yeah, because Vespa's not going to trust, Peter and maybe Juno, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think we got into benevolent idiots.
Yeah, she's gonna want to go herself. I feel like so. Jet, maybe Jet, Rita, or Vespa could, even though Jet's injured, and Rita, might not be the best choice in that situation. Vespa's the doctor. I mean,
yeah.
But
what would it mean to have Juno and Peter carrying out the end of this heist?
That's something that I need. Like, if it doesn't happen in canon, then I would like that very much.
All right, fic writers, get on it.
Yeah, it's like old times, down to the wire. It's them trying to,
I don't know that that's what's going to happen, especially since Juno has been so sidelined, especially this episode. Although, I gotta say, his role on the carte blanche seems really happy, and like he's able to use his observational skills and his skills of poking holes in plans in like a productive way that other people aren't resentful of.
Yes.
And I love that for him.
Oh, yeah, you can tell how happy he is even as he's like griping, like, whose idea was this? Whose idea was this? He's having a good time. Like, we know from Kitty Cat Caper that he fucking loves these kind of ridiculous situations.
He loves this shit. And for once, like, he's not solely responsible. Like, he's not, if something goes wrong, there's people to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
And I feel like even in just the little bits we've heard, he just seems happier and happier with that.
Yeah, like finally the whole world isn't on his shoulders. That's wonderful. Sharing the burden. Thank you.
Sharing the burden.
What's that?
What the fuck is that fucking thing? Sorry, I've been on TikTok too much.
You don't want to what?
Sorry, I've been on TikTok too much. What the fuck is that fucking thing?
Oh, I don't even know. I have been on TikTok far too little, apparently, because I've been missing out on many things.
It's true. I just feel that particular vibe check one is just real deep in my soul, listeners. I'm gonna send Rab one after we wrap up.
And if it's appropriate to do so, I will post it also in the description. Also, I just it's funny because I didn't even think about the latter half of this heist. I just going from, I guess my brain just automatically assumed we were going to kind of do what we've been doing this whole season and just kind of assume that it happened. Like, like, okay, they got it. They did it. It's fine. They've got the cure mother. Next episode, Buddy wakes up dealing with things. I don't know.
I mean, that is possible, but I don't think that. Okay. All right. So just in terms of like the themes that have been building in this season, I feel like they are going to get the cure mother or find out the cure mother isn't real next episode. I think they're going to find it.
Okay.
And I think we will probably get some reveal of what the ruby is next episode. But then we're going to have a Juno point of view episode where Peter's betrayal is handled.
Yes.
This little bitch is stealing shit and running.
That's got, yeah, oh my God. So he is so obvious about it. I'm just
Ugh,
losing my mind.
he's terrible. We spent years thinking this man was suave and thick and knew what he was doing.
I
And the
just can't,
fact
I can't express how much I love this character. He's just such a mess. He's
he's a
just,
disaster.
oh my God, disaster boy, filthy fox disaster man.
He's tall enough to put a knife on a door frame
So
like an
funny.
idiot.
I am so proud of myself because I called it. Like I there's a popular concept that Nereyev's room is like kind of spotless because
Mhm.
like he just has that, and I'm like, no, he's got shit everywhere, man, because he doesn't know how to deal with owning shit. He's that man has been on the run for years. The only constant is his like I don't even know. Does he have any objects that he owns? Maybe a knife. Like like
He's
that he
got one
carries.
little fancy ass suitcase.
Yeah, that he carries everywhere. And that's the what everything else has to go between heights because he doesn't want to be recognized, doesn't want anything to, tie to anything else. So suddenly he's accumulating all this bullshit because he's
And he has
stuck.
no idea how to
Yeah,
work with
how to do
storage.
stuff. Yeah, like what do you do with stuff? Like internally, we know he's like got like a storage system that's not working anymore. Like,
Oh, it's externalized. Oh, Rab, I love that.
oh boy. So he's
And
just a disaster magpie mother frantically like throwing things around, nest making, ridiculous. Nureyev.
and he spent a year with these people and he teased Jet during the stream.
Oh
And
my
he's
god.
worked really hard and they trust his memory.
A year. That is amazing.
A year that seems really happy with Juno, with them working
Yes.
stuff out.
Yes. That's like, oh my God, this poor man.
And he's got to
Oh.
sell him out.
He's second only to Rita in terms of enthusiasm. Oh my God. Yeah. And he has to sell them fucking out. Oh my
Of
God.
course he would. You don't. Oh my God, no. Nureyev has such like team bonding exercise energy. The man would do a trust ball.
Oh my God. He's just so. God. He finally has a family again. And he's going to have to betray them again. And that fucks me up. Fucks me up real bad.
You don't think someone's gonna catch him?
Well, yeah, someone's gonna catch him.
Someone on the ship, and then he's gonna have to tell the whole story.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna get something because, again, I just can't imagine there being a looking for Nureyev season. I think that would be really redundant and just kind of like unnecessary to the narrative. And like Penumbra will skip out on some things, but again, I don't think they like to retread ground. So he's either going to be caught or this is going to be resolved within like a couple of episodes.
Or, and bear with me,
Yeah.
he gets caught by dark matters.
Oh, now that I like. I like
And
that.
then next season is them trying to get him back from dark matters. Like, let's go get our thief.
Oh, now see, that is new. Like, I don't think it would be new if Nureyev, on his own volition, was like jumping from planet to planet and they were chasing him because it's like, but I
He's
think
an adult man and can be where he wants, I guess.
yeah, but like because we've already, I don't know, we've had this whole thing about should I stay or should I go now for so long, and I'm just like, and he and Juno have been in this cycle for so long that it's like, oh, I guess we're doing this again. Like,
Yeah.
but if he's captured, then and he can't, and he's not deliberately being, elusive, then oh, that's fun. I like that.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get a final resting place mirror.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe Juno catches him on his way out the door.
Yeah.
He sells it to somebody. I don't know who. Somebody.
Yeah.
He's in debt to somebody. And we learn more about that. But
Yeah.
then at the last minute, Sasha Wire is like, fuck you, Rex Glass.
That'd be so funny. Like Peter just turns around and there's like, the dramatic music swell of like Thief Without a Home or whatever that track is called. And he goes like, he's like, I'm going to stay. And then like, he's immediately captured.
Ugh. This has been Luna Prediction Corner.
I believe you. Can
Mm-hmm.
we talk about parallels between Buddy and Nerev or
Yes! Both compartmentalizing dorks.
oh my
Both wife
god.
guys.
Both what?
Both wife guys.
Wife guys?
Yeah.
Good.
It
I don't
they just really love their wives.
They do. They really love their wives. Oh wow, I love that there was even this whole thing like Buddy preparing notes like was like before the heist was
Yes.
so in tandem to me with Nerev frantically like digging through notes on this heist before the night before. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
so in sync. It's so wild.
I think we also like see them as, suave people who can who are successful because of innate talent,
Yeah.
when in fact they are both smooth talkers who work incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's an interesting deconstruction of that trope. Because and they're also both people with a really intense internal life,
Yeah.
and you don't know what's going on with them from the surface. Juno
Yeah.
has always been, you look at him, he's got problems. Like,
Yeah.
clearly something was going on at home,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And I get that. I think I'm one of those people.
Yeah, but then Nureyev is you don't find out until you're literally in his head.
Yeah, yes. You don't find out until you're in his head. I was a little surprised though that Buddy didn't have that we didn't get a line that confirmed that she was suspicious of who he was, like suspicious that he was Peter Nureyev.
Yeah, like maybe to her, I guess it's like fine. Maybe she isn't that isn't even on her radar. I think more it's about like is he like less about who he was and more about what he's planning to do now. Like,
Yeah.
is he going to betray everybody? Like after he's like, can I trust this person? And it's so funny for her to be asking that question. Like, it seems like Nureyev is, pretending to be totally engaged when he's secretly worrying about this thing that's going to happen. Like, and like, I don't trust him. And it's like, buddy,
Yeah, but they're both lying to people they love.
they are. They're both lying. They're both, preparing for this. Like it's a very different situation. Like Buddy is preparing to die and Nureyev is preparing to like ditch everybody. But there's a betrayal there, I think, for both of them.
Yeah.
Both heart related. Yeah, just not. And it was like funny, like hearing Nureyev and Man and Glass talk about worrying about getting older because my immediate response to that was like, oh, Nureyev is sick. Like he's
Yeah.
dying. And it's like, oh, no, Buddy's the one dying. Nureyev's just preparing to leave. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Yeah, absolutely. I went back after I listened this afternoon. I went back and listened to, Buddy's conversation with Nureyev at the end of Man in Glass. Madam, you are projecting?
I don't remember what happens exactly in that conversation other than her being like, which one are you going to choose, buckaroo? Like, what else did she?
Yeah, it was like, don't let the past dictate don't let who you were dictate who you're going to be. Like, we can't become legends, we're more than that. I don't know. It was just all very like, we were like, oh man, she read Nureyev like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was her reading herself too.
Oh.
And I've seen other folks do this. I cannot remember who. I'm very sorry, but compare like the things she says to people are often the things that she needs to hear.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. I just took an arrow to the heart. Oh no.
Like in time gone by, like she steeled herself to do this really unsavory crime.
Yeah.
And she has this speech to Juno about, like, don't get too involved. Like, that's how Hyperion hurt you.
Oh,
Like, you need
baby.
yeah, buddy. You big faker.
You come down here right now, young lady, and you talk to your family.
Yes.
Put your money where your mouth is. Good Lord. Oh.
Yes, I love Buddy. I really, 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 really love Buddy.
Oh, man.
Do you think that Buddy knew that something was going to go wrong during this heist that would kill her?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, I thought that she knew that one of those EMTs, like, I thought that she didn't know for sure. I thought she was like, oh, there's a possibility that it won't trigger that reaction and the blast won't be wide enough to get me where I am over here. But she couldn't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was the vibe. I don't know. Yeah.
But, like, wouldn't she have just parked the carte blanche a little farther away?
That was what I thought. I was like, buddy, what the why do you're just talking to them over the airwaves. Can't you be like, do they really need that getaway vehicle like right there? Can you like rent a space car that's not the Ruby 7 and like just drive, out into space a little ways away? Do you need to be right there? Like what's the deal with that?
Yeah, that really confused me. And I hope we get a little bit more explanation for that next episode. And I'm sure we will.
Yeah?
We'll get something.
I don't even know anymore. I don't expect anything to be explained anymore. I'm just like, okay, this is happening. It's all right.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm sorry, but that island just messed me up. It just messed me up. I don't trust anything anymore. I'm just like, it's okay. So they crash. Everything is conveniently. It crashed into the ocean, but it's either put together enough or the pieces are all strewn close enough to the beach that they can reconstruct the carte blanche with what they have on them or they salvage and then they fly away and we don't know. I'm just like, I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know what the stakes are anymore. I just kind of assume that it's like, oh, this is going on. I mean, that's fine, I guess. It's just a little like it's like I'll be really happy if they explain why she stayed next episode, but I'm just not really. I'm being mean. I'm sorry.
You're not being mean.
It just damaged something for me. I have this weird kind of like expectation now that I don't know, that we're kind of in a different world now. Like that the world functions differently. And I'm just like, I don't know if yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. I've been trying to think of this, especially now that we know it was over a year.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of the season as a series of vignettes.
Mm-hmm.
And that we are supposed to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
And I think in another show, we would get like more of how they got off the desert island and then more of how they escaped and like more of all these other heists they apparently did. Because like, I think that kind of interstitial stuff is really important. But, they've kind of made it clear that they will have 6 episodes for this season. And
they have really?
I think so. I think this Juno point of view is going to be our last. They haven't confirmed, but
makes sense though.
Yeah, makes sense. It'll be shorter than season 1.
Yeah, but it makes sense too to have a short season in the middle of I'm almost excited for them to leave us on a cliffhanger because then I'll be able to, enjoy a bunch of fics for a long time. That'll tide me over really well. So
oh man, the Cambrian explosion of fics in spring of 2019.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
No, you were there.
Wait, the spring of 2019. Oh, I thought you meant after season 1 ended. Yeah,
no,
2019 I was there.
2.
Oh, yeah.
Season 2, everyone was like, all right, they're on the ship together.
Let's go. Let's go.
They're gonna be awkward. We're
Yeah.
all going to be a family.
Because wasn't there also, I thought there was like a big, because Mel showed me Penumbra in like summer 2018. I thought there was a big something that like created a mass
Yeah.
exodus of people like coming to the fandom. I don't know what that was though.
Weren't they on? Were they on hiatus then? I think
I think
no.
so.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Lord, weird. Life is weird. Whatever. Regardless, I hope that happens again because that was a
Yes, it was a
delight.
good time.
Yeah.
We all had a good time.
You know what my favorite thing was? Well, I mean, I had a lot of favorite things, but I
What?
loved that everybody had their kind of staple Nureyev alias that
Yes,
people
I
go
loved
by.
that.
Yeah, like sometimes I could tell. Like I think you used Anais maybe,
Yeah, I used
or
Anais Lim.
yeah, and then other people used different ones and would cycle around, and it was just really fun to be able to tell sometimes who I was who I was reading because
Yeah, we
of
all
the
had
name.
like brands.
Yeah, of an array of names. Like that was a really like if you're listening to this and you wrote with an array of alias, you should leave a comment down below as to what it
Please
was.
do. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that would be really fun to like go back through and make a list of all the aliases that people came up with because some of them are very good.
Yeah, and add them to the Peter Nureyev name alias generator
Oh
that someone
yeah, I
made.
forgot that existed. Yes, it does
Yeah.
exist. God,
But
this disaster of a man.
yeah, what a disaster of a man. So do you think, like, how do you think Buddy's, are we going to get her perspective next episode? Is she going to be recovering? Like, how do you think that's going to go?
I feel like they've never split. I mean, I'm kind of where you are with like, I don't know what to expect anymore because they've never split in the middle of a two-parter before.
Yeah.
They've never done that. So I think we'll just have to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
The show sometimes gives me anxiety.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a lot happier in fandoms in general in between seasons.
Mm,
Like, because I get very anxious about when episodes drop. I'm like, what's going to happen? Are they going to be okay? What's going on? So it's
yeah,
just nice once I know, and then I can, write about it, read about it, make things about it.
yeah. I don't know. I'm really excited for the end of this season. I'm really glad that Kevin is having Kevin. Well, I mean, I feel terrible for the situation he's in. Penumbuddies. He quit. He took a leave of absence from being a high school teacher to because of COVID and because it's a terrifying situation. My partner is a middle school teacher. Terrifying. Oh my God.
Oof.
The pandemic is not over. And he decided to, go on that full-time podcasting, which also sounds scary for him. And I don't know if I would be able to do that. So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss it at the Patreon. They're trying to keep afloat.
Yeah, who boy. That's another thing is I'm honestly really proud of them,
Yeah.
like the Kabert team, because like they were faced with some real challenges this last like 9 months, like trying to like they had to, I'm sure, have everybody send in their lines and like a whole new way of arranging things. They had to change the way they told the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had actors move, so even if they wanted to like, quarantine and then get together, it wasn't going to happen. Like, and they, I'm still, yeah, I might be really anxious about it, but I am also excited to see especially what Nureyev does and whether or not Buddy's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And
So,
Kevin seems really excited to have the time to like go back through scripts and, make them exactly how he wants them to be,
oh, good.
which, I appreciate. I'm glad I'm glad he's able to do that.
Me too.
I love
Me
that man.
too. Oh, he's so cool. God.
He's very shy and anxious, and which, same.
Oh yeah. I just I'm not shy, but I am very anxious. Anxiety time. Do, 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 do. I gotta say, Rita with a knife, real quick.
Rita with a knife. Rita with a knife. Knife cat, Rita.
I just pictured her like storming away with that knife, like with her arms kind of like at angles, like really held taut, like, and she's just like, yeah, she's storming away with that knife. I'm so.
Yeah, that was a great moment. And I think it really showed a little bit of Vespa character growth.
Yeah.
In a way that I appreciated. It was very like show not tell.
Yeah.
It's important that Vespa is experiencing hope and trusting Rita to do things correctly and
Yes.
emphasizing her importance.
Yeah, and her knives are important to her.
Yeah.
Thinking of like, I don't put away my knife. Great.
Vespa's soft voice is just always going to murder me.
Absolutely destroys me. Just 100% obliterated on the floor. I love her. Love her a lot.
Yep. Big fan. Big fan.
God. Do you have any other, I don't know, general notes that you wanted to, I don't know, touch on?
The episode starts with the heart monitor beeping and seems a little weirdly like past tense, like she's telling the story. I don't know. Maybe that's nothing. But I thought the heart monitor repetition was worth noting. Hanataba has come back up.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is more there that we should know. I don't know. That story, it felt resolved in Monster's Reflection, at least enough to like get through.
Yeah.
But I did think that they could go more places with that if they wanted to.
Oh ho 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 ho! Now I like that. Oh, worm, fun thing that yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, I tallied it up. They have used 3 of the 4 artifacts. So the next episode is going to have to focus on the blade.
Ooh, I want Peter. Do 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 do. Are they wait? So they didn't use the blade to get in. What did they use?
They used the map. They used the globe.
Yeah.
To find the place. They used the book to disengage 3 of the locks. They used the key. There's a key, right?
Yeah. I thought they also used the I thought that Buddy used it from afar to scramble something. But if she didn't, I hope that
she might have. That may be a mistake on my part.
I don't know if they haven't used it. I'm hopeful then, because that would mean that they have to finish the heist, and I am. It might not be the best thing for the story, but Rab sure would like to hear the rest of the heist. Selfishly,
it's good. Yeah, I can. I know they were really concerned with making sure that the visual idea of like what is happening came off. And it took a couple listens, but I think I've got it in my brain. And I'm not good at translating like the audio to the spatial.
Yeah, that was a little bit tricky in the once they got into the facility and, stuff was flying around. But yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, I get where they are. And I really liked the logistics. There was that line about how you can stop the machine, but you can't stop the bullets from the machine. And I'm like, that makes total sense. Like,
it does.
And I finally think I might understand why there was that drawing that Pearl.
Oh, yes, my cat has come to say hello.
But do you remember that drawing? I think that Sophie uploaded. That was drawing,
like, yes, like a football field. Fine. Yeah.
So ridiculous. So I bet that was hard to design in general. So kudos to them.
Yeah. We haven't noted it, but this absolute dumbass read the schematics upside down. Is he sleeping? God. I don't think so. I don't think he's sleeping.
He's just, oh my God, he's a mess. And I want to, oh God, I need to like write something with like Juno wrapping him up in a little blanket and just like forcing him to go to fuck to sleep. Good Lord.
An array of burrito.
Yeah, I'm just so upset. I'm like, honest to God, like really upset at the thought of him just oh my God, being that much of an anxious wreck that Peter Nureyev is reading schematics upside down.
And you can just hear the inner monologue in his brain being like, I'm old, I'm
Yes.
ancient.
Yeah, and it's really like nobody. You just don't want to. You
No,
don't
just
want
go to
to
sleep.
betray these people. Yeah, it's like it was funny because I was listening for the first time, and when they had that disagreement about where it was, and it was like first from the right or second from the right and second from the left. I was like, huh, was one of them reading it upside down? And I was like, nah, there's no way. It's just oh God, Bud Nureyev. Oh
I
God.
do love that Jet voted for Nureyev, though.
Yeah, that. Oh my God, I hadn't thought about that. The implications of that are incredible considering where we started.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Oh, they trusted him and he let them down. Oh,
Oh, oh my God. Don't look at me like that. Not you.
no.
I think Peter is realizing that he cannot do this betrayal without hurting people a lot,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
that's going to hurt him
shit.
more than he thought. Also, I just want to be clear, my official position, this is a press release, my official position is that there's no way Nureyev is trying to derail this heist at all.
No.
He is, like, whatever cryptic fucking notes he put in there, Kabert, about the ambiguity of whether or not Peter means what he says. He's planning to duck out with the items as soon as they're done.
Yeah.
Like, end of
Rip off
story.
the
Like, that's what's
Band-Aid.
happening.
Yeah, but he is not. I mean, not only does he have no reason to put everybody at risk at this point, but like I don't know, man, from the glimpses we had into his brain, I can't picture him doing any of this.
Trying to do a murder to Jet.
Yeah. Like no, that's like no. No. I'm also just super biased. So no.
I am not an array of Kinney. I just like to roast him. I'm a
We'll
Juno
see.
Kinney. We are all
There
very.
Well, see, there we go. I've got Luna on my side, so it means that I'm not just blatantly being blinded by my Nureyev favoritism. So
Okay.
yeah.
We're golden.
All right, I guess we've probably gone on for a while, so
We have. But we at the time of recording, we are 5 days to the next episode. So Penumbuddies, we will see you then, and we will know more about what Nureyev is fucking doing and
what the fuck?
what the fuck.
What the fuck is going on in general? But yeah, we love you. Leave us a comment down below with your thoughts if you have the energy or time or whatever.
Yeah, do your thing. All
Yeah.
right. We love you. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.